You've started 14 of the 30 games you played so far this season, and you started 8 of 19 games last season for the G League Ignite. So, wanted to get your perspective on that shifting role. You don't start every game, but you also don't come off the bench every game. So, what for you? What are some of the biggest challenges you face when with your role that changes? Sometimes you're starting, sometimes you're not. Things can fluctuate. Your minutes can fluctuate. What have you been able to learn just from going back and forth between the different roles? And what would you say you've had to kind of adjust as amount of minutes you play and the role you play can fluctuate from game to game?
I feel like Coach Hart and the coaching staff does a good job with that because they know next year I'm more than likely not going to be a starting point guard in the league. So I feel like as much as it is playing to learn, to get better, it also is to watch and see different things out there on the court. So he's bringing me off the bench so I get that off the bench experience and also so I could watch and learn as well. So it's just coming off the bench and then starting, it's just up and down. It varies. And I feel like it's just a good adjustment.
Oh yeah. And those two guys we just talked about with Gabe and Norris, I mean, they spend a lot of time coming off the bench as
Yeah.
point guards as well. So I'm sure it's been really beneficial having those guys in your ear telling you about what you need to focus on.
Mhm.
As if you come off the bench, you're not going to have the same leeway as if you are a starting point guard. Let's say you are a Trey Young or a Luka, and you can just dominate the ball and have all these touches and all these shots and things like that. What are some of the things that they've told you, they've taught you, the coaches have taught you about being a backup point guard? What is your specific role? What do you need to focus on when you're only playing 20 to 25 minutes per game as opposed to 35, 40, and playing a lot more minutes there?
I feel like the main thing the coaches preach to me is no turnovers in defense. I feel like if they said if you could do that, then you could earn minutes. So I'm mainly working on my defense, getting stops, staying in front of the ball, staying disciplined, not going out and reaching, just staying in front of the man in the basket. Then also making the winning plays, so not turn the ball over, trying to do something extra, just make the easy play, simple play that's going to cause the team to get a win.
Absolutely, man. And another part of just being a winning basketball player is getting your teammates involved. You're a point guard. That's one of your big roles on the court. That's what people depend on you to do is be a quarterback, put everybody in the right spots and give them the ball where they're most comfortable. I looked at your assists per game average for this season, and it's up from 3.1 last season to actually just shy of 5 assists right now. So that's definitely taken an increase, and it really caught my eye. It also seems like you're just kind of seeing the floor better. And I'm
Yeah.
sure that comes with experience and the game slows down for you. You're more comfortable in this setting playing with guys that are faster and stronger and just being around that. So just wanted to see what you would say your biggest reasons are for that jump.
Yeah, I feel like just making the winning plays, then also having teammates that believe in me. So getting the rebound, they're giving me the ball, so I can give them back the ball to put them in position to be successful. Then I feel like since last year to this year, the game has slowed down to me. So when I've been playing last year, it's kind of fast. I'm getting the ball out of my hands this year. I'm actually putting people in position to get a bucket. So I feel like that's where made that jump.
Coming up, were you just naturally a guy that shares the rock? Were you scoring focused guy? What was your kind of background in that, and how has your game kind of evolved? As you kind of worked your way up to where you are now.
I feel like growing up, I feel like I was pass first, and I feel like that has its ups and downs. I grew up playing AAU where the coaches would sit me on the bench for not shooting the ball, so I feel like made it to the next level. I feel like it was kind of easier. I feel like it's easier to be able to be a pass person. You got to learn to shoot, then you're overshooting, and you got to learn how to pass. So I feel like that was in my advantage. But then coming out here, I feel like the shots that you pass up, it may be the best shot you get. So I'm learning to take those opportunities and shoot the ball more, but also make the right read and make the right pass as well.
Wanted to see what you've kind of been working on as you work your way through the G League to kind of just get it adjusted to that reality of the NBA, to where there's going to be guys that have a lot of size, and those are guys you're going to have to guard.
Yeah.
It's not like just 6, 7 guys are only wings and power forwards right now. They are guys that are in the same position as you. So, how do you think it is going to work best for you as far as your training regimen and just getting ready to face guys like that do have a good amount of size in the NBA as guards?
I feel like what one thing that has been good doing with me is getting me in the weight room. I feel like since last year I put on 17 pounds and it's increasing as we go on each day.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I still can get my strength, but I'm also fast. So I
Yeah.
could use my quick first step and and speed to my advantage versus guys like Luka who have slower but more strength against me.
Do you feel like you're at your target weight and right now as far as where you want to be? Because I've heard other players say that they put on weight, but there's a certain limit to where if they get past that point, they're not going to have that same quickness or explosiveness. Just like you said, I
Yeah.
think it was Curry a few years ago where he got to a weight, I think it was like 200 or 205, and he felt like he lost a step when he got to that weight, so he had to go back down. For you, are you still kind of trying to build up that weight, or are you at a point where you're just maintaining right now?
Yeah, I feel like that happened this summer where I had got up too much, where I felt like stiff and couldn't move as much as I wanted to. But I feel like what they've done good is implementing a lot of agility right after we lift. So after I'm lift, I'm getting bigger, but I'm still maintaining that quickness and speed. So really, what they're doing is getting me as much weight as feels comfortable, and then maintaining that weight, and then working from there.